Before Lil Gnar gave us songs like Drop Top Benz, Juice, Narcotic Gang, Ride with Defy, and Samurai Shit, among many others.
Lil Gnar is in the house.
Yeah.
Before Lil Gnar was making waves with his extremely popular clothing brand, Narcotic, which has its own Instagram account boasting over 125,000 followers. Before Lil Gnar amassed an impressive social media following that included 49,000 via Twitter and almost 500,000 followers on Instagram at the time of this recording. Before Lil Gnar was taking videos getting shot with a bulletproof vest.
Sure you want to do this?
There you go. Fuck it.
Lil Gnar is one of those kids who knows how to get people's attention. I know he first caught my eye when I saw a video of his girl trending on Instagram. And I was like, Lil Gnar? What kind of name is that? Well, it turns out this skater turned clothing designer turned rapper, well, he adopted the moniker from the old skating term gnarly. Which, well, yeah, that's actually pretty dope. Now, Lil Gnar, he continued to catch my eye online. You've likely seen the video of him getting shot while wearing a bulletproof vest. If you haven't, we just showed you. How about the one where he smashed up a TV screen with some taser brass knuckles? Kid knows how to go viral. These stunts seem dangerous as fuck, but Lil Gnar, he's used to a world of pain. His passion for skateboarding has resulted in several injuries, and one was so bad it landed him in a wheelchair for almost half a year. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Lil Gnar, prior to fame. Here for you, of course, on Before They're Famous. Now, you guys know we've done a ton of rapper bios here on this channel. Yesterday, we did Vic Menza. Well, when you're watching this a couple days ago, but you guys disliked that so hard you killed the video. I guess it should have been an After They Are Famous. Of course, we've done plenty of others. Gunna, Sheck West, be sure to check those out. Let us know who's next, as always, in the comments down below. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at McCruddenM. Now let's get into Lil Gnarly. Lil Gnar. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! Lil Gnar was born in Oakland, California on February 24th, 1996. That makes him a Pisces. He was born actually 2 days before me. Well, 2 days and 10 years. Anyway, according to famousbirthdays.com, his real name is Caleb. Now, from a young age, Gnar moved around to several cities in the Bay Area, including Richmond and El Cerrito. When he was 11, he relocated to Atlanta, where he lived with his mom and his grandmother, and he had mentioned that he has several siblings who live with his dad. But his father and him, they have a strained relationship. In fact, he's only spoken to him recently. Now, commenting on his financial situation growing up, he states that his family was broke, but he remained a happy-go-lucky kid. Now, it was in East Atlanta that he took an interest in skateboarding, and he stated that the moment he jumped on a board, he loved it, and his passion for skating and skater culture, well, it blossomed from there. He described his early days skating in the ATL as being a little different because there weren't a lot of black skaters around. But Gnar, he kept with it, and in an interview, he stated that if it wasn't for fashion or hip-hop, well, he'd likely be doing it professionally. I started skating a little late, maybe like 13. My stepbrother found a board or stole some kid's board from down the street or some shit and just brought it to the crib. I was in front of the crib trying to ride it, learn kickflips, everything from day one. He saved up, bought his own board, and began teaching himself the art of skateboarding while skipping class, idolizing the likes of pros like John Cardiel, Colin Provost, and Shuriken Shannon. Sorry guys, I went to a skate show recently here in Toronto, but those names are, well, they're not familiar to me. Now, Lil Gnar, he began mastering the sport, but as you can imagine, if you're into skateboarding, even as a hobby, well, you've probably hit the ground more than a few times. This was the case with Lil Gnar, who received his fair share of injuries.
You see this line right here? My pinky bone had like popped through the skin, like the skin kind of like unwrapped from the bone like a chicken fillet.
He spent 2 months in a wheelchair and another 3 months in crutches, but as soon as he was well enough to hop back on the board, well, he did just that. He got the name Gnar from, you know, the old skating term, gnarly.
That's gnarly, dude.
He began his own clothing line called Narcotic, first putting together tie-dye shirts and the trademark colors and styles of some of his favorite rappers. Now at the time, he was heavily influenced by the music of Tupac, Biggie, Big L, Boosie, and Soulja Slim. When talking about his love for hip-hop, he has jokingly referred to himself as a grandpa. He also enjoyed Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Jimi Hendrix. In a XXL interview, he stated, "My first CD was actually a Jimi Hendrix Greatest Hits CD, then it was Soulja Boy and a Bob Marley compilation joint. Those were my first 3 CDs. Gnar is noted Pharrell's style as having a heavy influence on his work ethic and clothing. It was also Pharrell's Team Ice Cream Volume 1, which was the first ever skate video he had ever watched. Did I say he too many times? Anyway, just let's roll a clip.
From TK to Jacob, from old to young, shitting on niggas. That's it.
He worked in the Atlanta underground scene for some time before his narcotic brand became better known. He made contacts with several ATL rap artists who helped spread the clothing line publicly or online, and all of a sudden business was booming. He even shot Lil Yachty in a photo spread modeling his clothes. Soon enough, he began getting orders online from all over the country. The one-man business began getting so many orders, Gnar would stay up sometimes 3 days in a row drinking Red Bull and shipping them out. Now after the unfortunate passing of his grandmother, he began using part of her bedroom as a shipping area because there was no other room in the house. Now aside from shirts and other clothing items, Narcotic would sell lighters and even switchblades.
Lil Gnar.
Lil Gnar, big guap, but money is the root of evil. Get a bread, break it down, split it with my people.
With his brand taking off and big things happening, Gnar began focusing on music. His friend Germ began to take off as well, and this made him believe it was possible to get in on the rap game. Now he had been rapping as a pastime ever since he was younger, and took inspiration from artists in the Atlantic hip-hop scene. He began releasing his own music online. He told Pigeons and Planes, "Music's easier, I'm not gonna lie. I did narcotics for 3.5 years, stressing my brain out. I've been putting out music for 6 months and shit's going how it's going. Music, people can connect with you more. If they hear your music and see you as a person, they connect instantly. Clothes are cool, but clothes don't move people. Music changes people's mood." He soon signed a deal with a distribution company in California, and from there his shipping and his clothing production, it was handled from there. And this gave him an opportunity, well, to focus on his rap career. He stated, "I've always loved music extremely. All my friends made music, all my homies rapped or are artists, you know, and I've been like wanting to make music, but I was too busy with the brand." He began dropping music with his first solo track being called Rihanna Thick. It was met with positive reception. His first big track was Drop Top Benz featuring Lil Skies, reaching over 2.5 million YouTube views at the time of this recording. His second was called Ride With Defy, which has recently surpassed 700K. As for his technique, Gnar only writes music in the studio, describing it as a safe place for him to vibe out and create his art. He even released a joint project with his homie entitled Big Bad Gnar Shit.
You might have heard of Germ. He was on Ride With Defy. We actually met at the skate park before I made clothes, before he rapped or anything, so I've known him through skating.
Gnar recently relocated to Los Angeles in order to be closer to the music and clothing scene. He's also been open about his drug use. In an interview, he talked about doing pretty much every drug under the sun, with the exception of heroin and crack. He admitted to accidentally trying meth, because, well, at the time, he thought it was Molly. He's even mentioned his relationship with Lil Peep. While he assured people that the two weren't the best of friends, they were tight and they even shared a residence with several other rappers. Now with his clothing company booming Lil Gnar, well, he was able to treat himself to a few extravagant purchases. The guy owns a Mercedes and a Porsche.
Ran out half a mission, ran it out. You want smoke, better bring a fist. Who want smoke? Hey man, that's your neck. Pussy nigga, I ride with the fire.
Gnar has also been open about his bouts of depression, which he has apparently suffered from for years. And as a way to cope, well, he tries to exercise and make music. However, he tries best to avoid doctors and prescription medication. Now, Gnar's debut mixtape entitled Gnar Life, it dropped on Friday, September 28th. So if you don't have it already or you haven't checked it out, go and do so now. As for the rest of the story, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see because this is before they're famous. My name is Michael McCrudden, but you already know that. We make all sorts of celebrity bios here on this channel. You know that as well. We have a playlist dedicated to rappers. You should check that out. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're new. And let me know who's next in the comments down below. See you guys in another video. Boom! Gnarly.